Hello friends and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Emily and I make YouTube videos about books and about beauty. So today we're going to be doing one of my favorite types of videos, a 3 looks 1 palette video. And a lot of the times people who have big YouTube channels will do this with newer releases to help people decide if they would want to buy it or not. But when I watch 3 looks 1 palette videos, I usually search for palettes that I already have to try to get some more inspiration of different kinds of looks I could do with them. So I am using an older palette today, and it is the Saharan by Juvia's Place. So this palette is absolutely stunning, like every Juvia's Place palette. This is what it looks like, and as you can see, there's like a wide variety of different shades in here. So I'm going to be creating 3 different looks, including this one, with this palette and showing you how I got them. So if you are interested in that, stay tuned because we are getting right into look number 1.
Honey?
Okay, so we are nice and up close and personal to do look number 1 with the Juvia's Place, the Saharan palette. So I think today I want to do kind of a softer pinky look, and I think I'm going to start with the shade Katsina in the crease, and I want to put Fula and Zoya on the lid. So let's make that happen. I'm going to start with a fluffy blending brush and dip into Katsina and just swipe that all through the crease. Okay, and next I'm gonna take this brush. I never know how to describe this brush. It's kind of a dense, small brush. I don't know. I like this one for packing shadow on, but not as intensely as a flat shader brush would do. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into Fula and just put that on the outer kind of half of my lid. And I just cleaned off that brush on a washcloth. I just, color switched it. And I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the shade Zoya and put that on the rest of my lid. Okay, so it looks like Zoya's not picking up on the brush very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip in with my finger and just apply it that way and see if that helps out a little bit. Now I'm going to take a clean, fluffy blending brush and just blend out along the top there so it's not such a harsh line. Alright, so I'm going to do most of my face off camera, and I will be back to show you what I'm going to do on the lower lash line and inner corner. Okay, so I did my foundation, my concealer, set everything, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes. I'm going to use my absolute favorite eyeliner, the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Get Paid, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's this like nice rose gold shade. I'm going to put that in my waterline. I love the ColourPop Cream Gel Liners for my waterline. They stay super well. I've got like a bright yellow one, and I was shocked when I went to go take my makeup off at the end of the day and it was still in my waterline, bright and yellow and everything. So huge fan of these, and this rose gold one is probably my favorite. It goes really well with most looks that I do, unless I'm going for something, a little bit more colorful, less warm toned. And I also really like it for if I just want to throw on some eyeliner to add a little bit of color to my eyes, but I don't want to spend a ton of time on my makeup. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take this smudge brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to go ahead and do my lower lash line. I am going to, dip into Fula right here and just bring that all along my lower lash line. And at first I thought I wasn't going to do like a lid eyeliner today, but after finishing that lower lash line, I think I'm just going to add a really thin line with my trusty Maybelline Master Precise Liquid All Day liner, pen, I don't know, whatever this is called. And I have it in the shade Forest Brown as well as black, and I'm gonna use the brown shade today. I like to use a really thin brown line for a look like this, where I want it to still be kind of soft and dainty, but I want to add just a little bit of structure to the lid, because it is kind of like a full, not like a full glam, but it is a little more glam look, but still soft, if that makes sense. I think a really thin brown line helps pull it all together. And you see how that adds just a tiny bit of structure to the look. Not too much, it still keeps it soft, but it's just enough that I feel like it looks a little more complete. So I am going to finish up the eye look by, I'm going to take this little pencil brush and dip into this white shade, Iman. I hope I'm pronouncing all these shade names right. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that in the inner corner. So actually, after putting that white shade on, I thought it was a little too bright, so I went over top of it with this more golden shimmer Senegal. So that is the completed eye look. I will go ahead and finish the rest of the look, and I will be back to show you the final product for look number 1. Alright, so this is the finished look number 1. I think it came together really nicely, and I always like to either pick out my outfit first and then match my makeup to my outfit, or do my makeup with no outfit in mind and then go through my closet and see what would look better. So I think I tied it all together pretty nicely. I was definitely going for a softer pink look today. And I do, most of my makeup products I keep kind of the same every single time I do my makeup, or I choose between, like, I've got 2 different foundations and I'll pick between the 2 for that day. So when I do these 3 looks 1 palette videos, I link everything down below, but I don't always go through every single thing I put on my face, because if you watch more than one of my videos, it would be really boring. But I will share with you the things, like the color choices that I made today. So you saw me do my eye look, and then for my blush, I used the Ofra and Samantha March collaboration. This is the Chicklet blush duo, and I swirled both shades together. This one's shimmery and this one is matte, and you can use them separately or together, so I swirled them both together today for this blush color. And I also used the Ofra and Samantha March collab highlighter, which is called Start Inspired. Why am I having trouble opening it? Okay, and I just used the pink shade of this today for my highlight, and I like to put my highlight predominantly, you know, where everybody puts their highlight on their cheekbones, but I also put a little bit on my nose, on my cupid's bow, and above my eyebrows. And then for my lip today, I used the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Doozy, and then I topped it with the Patrick Ta Major Glow Lip Shine, and She's Expensive. I got this in a, like, one of those Sephora favorite sets, so I know the whole point of the ultra blotted lip is to give you the blotted lip look, which is matte and, you know, kind of blown out, a little bit softer. So it's kind of silly to add a sparkly gloss on top, but I don't have another lipstick in this shade, and this is the shade I wanted, but not necessarily the finish that I wanted. So I put on the ultra blotted lip and then added some sparkle on top with the Patrick Ta lip gloss. So that was look 1 with the Juvia's Place the Saharan palette. So let's go ahead and get into look number 2. Okay, so it is time for look number 2. So I think today we're gonna go with something a little more fun. Yesterday was kind of a soft, more like wearable look. And this is like a fairly neutral palette. I think the color story is really interesting. That's why I decided to do a 3 looks 1 palette with it. But I think today I wanna do a really warm, like red crease, and then put a gold all over the lid. So we'll see what happens. All right, but I'm gonna take that same fluffy brush I started with yesterday and dip into Katsina and put that all through the crease yet again. So I'm gonna keep using that same brush, and I'm going to dip into Jamila, which is this beautiful burnt orange shade, and I'm going to bring that again through the crease. When I layer multiple mattes in the crease, I usually start with the lightest or the closest to my skin tone like I did today, and bring that the highest up, as kind of a base, and then I will start building and bringing them down. So there should be a little bit of Katsina still left to help it all blend together, and then Jamila will be down a little lower, if that makes sense. Okay, and now I've got a new brush. It is fluffy but shorter, so it's a little bit more precise. And I'm going to dip that one into this bright red shade Sokoto and put it on the outer part of my lid and bring it up through the crease as well. Alright, and now I have a clean, fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to blend out the edges of this look again. And I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade, I don't know how to pronounce it, Wodaabe? Sorry, this shade, it's like that bright yellow gold. I'm just gonna pick some of that up on my brush and put that on the inner half of my lid. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. I love Juvia's Place shimmer shades. They're just absolutely unmatched. Look at that. That was so easy to lay that down, and it just is like, bam. Oh, I love it. And I'm going to finish off the lid with my black Maybelline liner. I'm not going to do a super thin line, but I'm also not going to do a big wing or anything. I feel like I want the colors of this look to stand on their own, but I do need to add a little structure with the liner. Okay, so I've got a fairly thick black line, which I think this is like, you know, my secret tip, that if you're working with a color combination that might be a little more harsh, like this gold and the red don't just seamlessly blend into each other, but I didn't want it to look crazy harsh, putting a thicker line of liner helps to kind of tie everything together. I know some people do that with false lashes, but I don't wear false lashes. False lashes and glasses don't go super well together. So putting that nice thicker line helps kind of bring it all together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do my base, and then I will be back to finish the eyes. And yes, see you in a second. Okay, so my base is done, and now it is time to finish up the eyes. So I'm going to use this brush that I always use for my lower lash line, and I'm going to use those same three, oh my gosh, those same three reddish warm shades that I used in the crease. So I'm going to start with Katsina, and I'm going to put that kind of taking up the most area so that I can, again, build them up in kind of layers. And then I'm going to dip into Jamila and do the same thing with that one. And then I'm actually going to switch to this pencil brush to use the shade Sokoto. And then I'm going to take this same brush that I had used on my eyes before and use that to just kind of blend everything together on the lower lash line. Alright, so there is the completed eye look, and I will finish up the rest of my face and then be right back. And here is my final look for today. So I know some people say you can only do bold eyes or bold lips, but I'm a fan of combining the two. So you guys saw me do my eyes, and then on my lips I've got the Bite Beauty, I can never remember what this is called, Outburst Longwear Lip Stain in the shade Orange Fizz, which is one of my favorite lipsticks currently if I want something bold. And then for my blush, I used the e.l.f. blush palette in, this is the dark one, and I used this shade right here. And then for my highlight, I used the Juvia's Place The Tribe Volume 3 highlighter. So, and these amazing Winnie the Pooh earrings are from an Etsy shop called Kitten Carnage. And as always, everything that I'm wearing on my face and anything you can see will be linked down below. So let's go ahead and get into look number 3. All right, so now it is time for our third look with the Saharan palette from Juvia's Place. Today I want to go for a darker, smokier look. So I think I'm going to start with this black Chad and put that kind of all on the outer part of my lid. And then I'm going to use the shade Kia, which is kind of like this gorgeous teal black shimmer shade, and put that on the lid. So I'm going to start with my trusty e.l.f. brush and dip into Chad and just slowly work on building that up on the outer part of the eye. Okay, so I have put down that black and blended it out. It took a little while. Anytime you're working with a really dark color, especially if you have lighter skin, and vice versa if you've got darker skin, but if you're working with a color that's very different from your skin tone, it's going to take a while to blend out. So I'm going for kind of a smoky look, so if it looks a little bit patchy, that is okay. I'm going to go ahead and kind of cut the crease a little. We're not doing like the big beauty YouTuber fancy cut crease situation, but I'm gonna use my NYX glitter primer and cut the crease a little bit with that. This helps any shimmer shade to show up, you know, brighter, more vibrant. Not that Juvia's Place shimmers need any help with that, but I do like to sometimes use this if I'm doing a little bit of a cut crease. So what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna put some of this on the back of my hand. Don't need much. And then I have got this brush. It's from Ulta's like store brand line, and it says it's their eyeshadow brush. This came in like a free gift set because I ordered, you know, enough money that they sent me a free gift. So I like this brush for cut crease. I feel like it's, you know, it works for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some of that glitter primer on the brush and just go ahead and bring that where I'm gonna want my shimmer shadow. So a glitter primer for a cut crease is a good trick to use if, you know, you're maybe not so great at the cut crease and you tend to get concealer kind of everywhere and it's not exactly perfect. But you still want to do a cut crease. So you see that this didn't, you know, you can't tell exactly where I put it down, but it will still make that shimmer pop more, like if I cut the crease with concealer. Okay, so now that my eyelids are kind of sticky from that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my flat shader brush and pick up that nice dark shimmer Kira and put that all over the lid. Okay, so you see how that glitter glue helped the shimmer shade pop? Okay, so I've got my black liner and I think I want to do a fairly dramatic wing today. So hopefully that goes well and I don't ruin everything that I just worked on. Okay, Okay, so liner is done. I told you I was going dramatic with the whole eye look today, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my base now. And I know it looks a little sloppy, but my trick is whenever I'm doing a big dramatic wing like that, clean up the bottom with concealer and while you're doing your base, and it is all usually fixed. So that's part of many reasons why I always do my eyes before I do my foundation. So I will be right back. Okay, so it is time to finish up my eyes, and I just got a new eyeliner from e.l.f. Active Workout Ready eye pencil from them. So I'm gonna put this in my waterline, and I think I might not do a lower lash line with this because it's pretty dramatic already. So I think I'm gonna put this in my waterline and then a little bit on my lash line. Liner is done. I'm gonna take my smudge brush and just kind of smudge it out a little bit. So the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my pencil brush and dip into this white shade Iman here and put that on the inner corner. Alright, so my eye look is finished. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm gonna go finish the rest of the look and then I will be right back. Okay, so here is the final look. I'm really happy with this. Definitely dramatic, smoky, you know, an evening, nighttime look, but you guys know me. I wear whatever kind of makeup I want for whatever occasion I want. So you saw me do my eyes, and for blush, I used the e.l.f. blush palette again, and I used this shade right here. And then for my highlight, I used the Ofra and Samantha March Start Inspired, and I just used, ooh, can we focus on the color? I just used this like champagne-y gold shade. And then for my lips, I lined them with the Kokie lip liner in the shade Nude, and then filled them in with the Kokie lip powder, liquid matte powder lipstick, you know, whatever this is called. So this is in the shade Stunner, so it's just like a nude lip shade. So yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed this 3 looks 1 palette video. I had a ton of fun filming it. I love doing 3 looks 1 palette because I love to challenge myself to try to create 3 totally different looks of the same palette, and yeah, I had a ton of fun with this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification icon before you go so that you never miss a video from me. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it. And thank you so much. I would love for you to leave a comment down below so we can have a conversation. Which of these looks was your favorite? Number 1, 2, or 3? Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.